Hi everyone, I think I'm live, if there's no delay. Yeah, good. So welcome back today at this session. Super happy you're here again, and yeah, I keep noticing that I'm looking forward to it as well, to connect with the bigger community around Eckhart Yoga. So I was thinking today what to talk about, and there is this when we go through something difficult, like a difficult experience, which you could say this situation in the world is, then the way to process it functionally is by allowing and being aware of the negative aspect, and what it does with us. And I think we've been working on that with being with our emotions and allowing that space. Super important, but also to see some sort of positive in it. And we haven't really talked about that yet. So you could call it the silver lining. And I know some of you might get upset about it, which I can imagine if it's hit you really hard. But in any situation, no matter how difficult in life, if you want to process it functionally, at some point you need to look at what has it brought me to, because you know, through the deepest pain, we grow to the ability that, or to the height that we can grow to. We can develop to the height that we can develop to. So there is always a silver lining. And I think it's also very important that that we remind each other and ourselves of that. So my suggestion is, after the video, and I'll remind you at the end, after the video, when the video is finished, you can comment underneath the actual video in YouTube. So not in the chat that you're in now, but when the video is finished, you can comment underneath, and that we all leave behind something of a silver lining of this time in the world. Yeah, and it can be super simple, that it gives you the space or the reminder to enjoy the small things, to be of fewer needs, so we are easy to serve, or anything at all, the connection with people, anything at all. Just think of one silver lining, one something positive that this situation has brought you, or could bring you if it hasn't brought you yet, that you could focus on. Let's leave it all behind, so that we've got a super nice list to read through and also bring about some positivity in ourselves. But I'll remind you at the end to do that again. So that's really what I wanted to say. One other aspect I wanted to talk about is that a lot of you who are in quarantine and can't leave the house, or hardly, of course, share it with other people. And some of you are alone. And when you are alone, make sure you've got a support network, even online, really important. And when you are with others, you might go nuts at times of the other person and wish they weren't there. And I would like to say to you, if you come to that point where you really don't want to be with the people that you're sharing this experience with, take a moment to pause and realize that there are people that are going through this alone, and that it's actually really nice to not go through this alone, and feel grateful for the people around you, and be generous, sort of find that generosity of spirit to let the people around you to be as they are, not to try and mold them into your version of them, or how you think they should react, be, or do, but give them space to be who they are, and just be grateful that they're there, so that you go through this with others. That's another little thing I wanted to give to you. So yes, please, when you notice you're going into the take that deep breath. Let's do that now. That a deep breath sort of changes everything. Another deep breath. And remind yourself that there's gratefulness to find in the fact that you are not going through this by yourself. Okay, now it's time to move. So you can come and stand up with me. And I'd like you to have your feet quite wide and place your hands on the upper thighs, and then sort of start to do a cat-cow in this position. So on the in-breath, you take your chest through your shoulders, you find your exercising your back, you're opening the front, and on the out breath, you round your spine. And your hands are just there to support you. So also the way your feet are, you can decide where they are, if they're wider or closer together. Just feel grounded, stable, and move your spine. And then you kind of roll the spine around as well. So you go sideways to sort of roll around. And now you just kind of close your eyes, tune into your spine, into your back, and make the movement also with your shoulders and your neck that you feel will help you to open up and get the energy, your vital energy, to flow. And release any tightness you may find in the body. And then you can maybe come straight up and move around a little bit here as well. Start to move with your elbows so you get more into the shoulder part of your body, the upper body. And then with your feet a little bit about shoulder width, inhale, take your arms up. Hold your right wrist with your left hand and take the body over to the left. So I'm not mirroring you, but you're stretching the right side of the body. If you do it the other side, don't worry about it, doesn't matter. Inhale and exhale. Don't go too deep. Inhale, press your feet down as you lift back up. And exhaling over to the other side, holding now the left wrist. Take a deep breath into the whole left side. Don't force yourself too much. Exhale. Inhale, press into your feet, lift back up, and release your arms. And then we're going to twist, like making movements like this. On the out breath, you twist. And we go quite quick. So inhale, breathing through the nose. So every time you exhale, you move to the side. Again, if that doesn't quite work, don't worry about it either. Just keep breathing sort of actively as you make this movement. And come back to center. So again, when we are tense for whatever reason, we tend to stop breathing deeply and our energy tends to get stuck. So anything that sort of gets the breathing to go is super helpful in a time like this. So let's take another deep full in breath and out. And we'll do a little bit more what we did a few classes ago, where we place the feet a little wider. The toes can be pointing forward or a little out if that's awkward for the knees. Bring the palms together and bend those knees. Nothing too deep, but they are bent. Inhale through the mouth, breathing as much as possible into the ribs, this area and your chest. So not the belly so much, but really the top part of your body. To expand all that to the front, sides and back, and taking your arms out like that on the in-breath, quite straight, palms facing up, and exhale, palms come back in. And we do it as slow as possible, but you can take your own pace. Inhale. Exhale. Into the ribcage. So the sound is like the waves. You let the air pass through the back of the throat, mouth open. Focus is to fill up the ribcage as much as possible, to fill up the chest. On the in-breath, open yourself to the area, to the space around you. Exhale. Inhale. Draw the energy in from around into the heart. As you exhale. We do 3 more times, At the top of the in-breath, pause for a moment and hold the breath deep. Hold, feel the stillness. And out. Deepest breath till now. Go ahead. Hold. It's also super important to keep your lung capacity healthy. Hold. Feel yourself. And out. And relax. Extend your legs. Okay. Shake out the legs. We'll move a little bit more. Step to, well, doesn't matter. You can face me if you've got a mat. You can step a little to the top. And then as you're inhaling, I would like you to bend your knees to kind of a deep enough squat. Arms go overhead. And exhale. You can bring the arms back. Inhale a little deeper. And exhale, come out a little bit as you bring your arms back. Inhale deep. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale. This time exhale, lift your right knee up. Come to standing straight, elbows move back. Inhale, come back to squat. Left knee rises. Exhale, bring your arms back. Inhale, back to squat. Right knee up. On your in-breath, bring your right leg through behind you. Take your arms out wide, stand on one leg. Lift yourself out of your left hip, belly strong. Inhale. Exhale quietly and with control, step far behind. Lightly land and inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, gently slide the shoulder blades down the back. Look up. Inhale, arms lift along the front. Exhale, slide along the back. Good. Now you're going to step forward with your right leg and fold your right leg over the left leg. So inhale, step, balance on your left leg, fold your right leg, knee over knee, and perhaps hook your right foot behind your left calf and your left elbow on top. Eagle arms. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Inhale, lift the right knee up again, arms up. And exhale, back to squat. Inhale. And on the exhalation, lift the left knee, elbows go back. Inhale, come back to squat, arms up. Right knee up. Back to squat. Left knee up. Bring that left leg through. Inhale. Balance on one leg. Lift yourself out of your right hip. Next exhalation, gently land. Inhale, take your arms up. Chest open. Exhale. Look up maybe. Inhale, arms move up along the front. Exhale. Last one. And exhale. And then focus, because you're going to step up into your right leg. Bring that left knee over. Right elbow over left. Maybe hook your foot behind your calf. Deep in breath. Exhale. And as you're inhaling again, lift the left knee, arms up. And squat. Squat a little deeper. Maybe bring your feet wider apart. Come all the way down. Gently come to a seated position. You may want to help with your hands. And come to boat pose. Knees bent, legs straight. Just be here for a moment. 3 breaths. One more. And then a little bit movement in both pose. Just because you can. We want to keep our core strong, our body strong. Keep our vital energy strong. Okay. And come to a seated position. Inhale, finding length. Exhale, place your hands to the front and just sway it out in a gentle forward bend. And then help yourself back up and become to a seated position for a meditation. So we've just moved the body enough to get the energy flowing. I would recommend more movement than this every day. So remember, there's a suggested yoga class in the description of this video. And I did it myself, and it's a wonderful class. So I can really recommend you do it later today or tomorrow, or one of the other classes that you can find. Okay, so make yourself comfortable. Close your eyes when you're ready. And give yourself a moment to settle. I want you to really feel your body after the movement you've done. And again, to help your body to settle, your nervous system to settle, you must know these points by now, but I keep repeating them because I want you to use them through the day whenever you think about it. And there's so much repetition needed for a healthy habit to start. So go with your attention to your eyes and relax your eyes. Relax the area behind your eyes till deep within the brain. Relax your jaw and the root of the tongue. And relax the root of the tongue a little more. Gently relax your heart, the chest. And relax your belly and waist. And let gravity have you. Consciously release the body weight to the earth. Aware of the solidity and stability of the floor beneath you and the earth somewhere underneath that. Just let go. Even if this is the only moment in the day that you just give yourself a break for a moment. Just leave yourself alone and relax consciously. So imagine yourself sitting like a mountain or a rock. That's stable, that's solid. The body relaxed with a mountain-like presence within, settling effortlessly. And the body doesn't need to be feeling purely good to settle. You can settle while the body is in some sort of discomfort. Settling is about being okay with the discomfort and leaving it alone. Same with the mind. You can settle with a busy mind. Just leave it alone. Leave it to come to stillness by itself. Your heart can be likened to a pool of water. When a pool of water is disturbed, all you need to do for it to become quiet and still is to leave it alone. And it's the same with your heart and with your thoughts. Just leave them alone so that your heart can settle. The heart is where your awareness arises. The heart is the mirror, so that the pool of water can become clear like a mirror. And you can see reality for what it is rather than disturbed version of it. So give yourself time to settle. By allowing your thoughts to be, by allowing your feelings to be, by allowing yourself to be, but not get involved. And while you do that, one more time, quickly through the points, relax your eyes. Relax the mouth, the jaw, the root of the tongue, the belly and waist, and release into gravity. And leave yourself to settle. Simply allowing your experience to be exactly as it is, without getting involved, letting it unfold naturally. You don't have to do anything to be, so stop doing, stop interfering, just let yourself be. And let go. Relax as much as possible. And relaxing is not a doing either, it's just a allowing of everything and a letting go into it. Allowing your mind to be as it is. Allowing your feelings to be as they are. And allowing your thoughts to be as they are. Leave them alone. But don't try and push them away either. Just leave them alone. You don't need to change anything at all. Your experience is exactly what it needs to be right now. Just leave it alone. That's the only way for you to settle. For your system to settle and become coherent. When you notice you're drifting off, that's okay. The moment you notice it, you're awake again. So bring yourself back. Just let yourself be. And then take a moment to tune into your heart. And know that all of us, no matter where we are in the world, and we are with a lot of people in very different places in the world, so it's really quite amazing if you realize that there are so many of us spread out, doing the same thing. And we all tune into our hearts. And let's all be in touch with our wish to be healthy, to be happy, to be free. Your wish to feel happy within. We all know happiness is an inside job. And it's all about the quality of our consciousness. If the quality of our consciousness is of a good quality, it means we are present to any situation, and that determines our happiness. So may the quality of our consciousness improve in this situation. Maybe learn to be more present and more aware to what we feel, to our own needs, but also the needs of other people. And maybe all become aware of the light that lives in all of our hearts. It's the same light that is outside ourselves, that is inside of ourselves, that connects us all. It's the ground of being that we are all made of. And maybe you can feel it, and maybe you cannot. Doesn't matter. Just be open to it. So from your heart, reach out to that light, to that energy, that ground of being. And open your heart for that energy to come back and touch your heart and remind you, reveal itself within you. May you be happy, just to be. And may all beings everywhere, without exception, be happy, just to be. And may you be strong. And resilient. That you can be present to life as it comes your way. And may all beings everywhere, without exception, be strong and resilient and be present to whatever comes their way. And may you be peaceful and happy. And may all beings everywhere be peaceful and happy. And may all of us meditating together right now keep reminding each other to stay aware, to remain present, to remain positive, and to keep remembering that we find peace, we find happiness inside. And that when we are of few needs, it's so much easier to be happy because you don't need so much. And this is the time where it's important to realize, to become of less needs and enjoy the simple things in life. And it's also easier to be around other people when we are of few needs. So may all of us learn to be of few needs, so we're easy to serve through life and through others. Bring the palms together. Gently inhale towards the heart. And exhale, bow the wisdom of the head to the wisdom of the heart. And then inhale, you can release your hands and open your eyes. Okay, take a deep breath in and out. So, when we stop the video in a moment, I would really love it, and I think it would be really great if we can all leave one comment of a silver lining that you either already experience through quarantine or COVID-19 or this situation, this global situation in the world, or at least a silver lining that you could possibly experience when you start focusing on it, so that we also look at the positive. So we know both. We know, of course, the pain and the heartache and how horrible it is, but we also know that we can learn from it. Come here. And that there's always, learning to do and more development to find. So, So please leave something, and if you want to, of course. And I'll be back again tomorrow at 5 o'clock. And thank you so much. Yes, you too. You too. Yeah, you too. Thank you so much for showing up. And remember to keep moving and remain positive. Love you guys. Yes, love you too. Yes.